Ms. China said earlier, my name is Takiyah Edwards. I'm the Assistant Registrar at Walsh University. I also function here as a member. I serve as the Executive Aide / Administrative Coordinator for World Harvest. I'm just going to talk to you ladies briefly about the importance of education and highlight some of the challenges and difficulties that young Black women face because of their lack of education. I'm also going to tackle some of the misconceptions associated with obtaining an education that extends beyond a high school diploma today. So first of all, I want to ask you ladies, what is education to you? You can just throw out some random answers. What is your definition of education? Go ahead, Ravian.
It's very important to me because if I messed up or it's going to affect on what I'm going to do in the future.
Okay. Yes, Carlin?
Going to school.
Going to school. Anybody else? What is your definition of education? Yes.
Learning so that I can, something can be pulled out of me or drawn out of me, like my potential can be pulled out, drawn out.
Okay. All right, those are all great answers. But education is simply the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction. Okay, systematic meaning orderly, organized, and structured, especially at a school or a university. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit later about school, but for right now, what's going on right now and taking place right now is education. We're learning about hair care. We're going to learn about health care. We learned about, drinking a lot of water to make sure that our bodies are healthy and making sure our hair grows healthy. We're going to talk about self-esteem and knowing our self-worth, being poured into, being truly who you are and just flourishing and being the person that God has made you to be. This is all education because as of right now, I'm an instructor. You're listening to me. You are the students. You're taking in everything that I'm talking about. So this is education that's taking place right now. But we're going to veer to another direction and talk about education from a business standpoint, okay? So I'm going to pose a question to you ladies, and I want everyone to answer. It may be funny, I'm not sure, but who in here woke up in a new Bugatti?
I wish.
Who in here woke up in a new Bugatti today? Nobody? Who wishes that they could have woken up in a new Bugatti today? Who in here have the money, the resources to keep that Bugatti full, the tank full? Nobody? Or who has the money to service that engine when it breaks down? Because even though it's a new Bugatti, it's man-made and it will break down. Okay? Oh, you do? Okay, we need to talk after this is over, okay? Now, a new Bugatti, it's a brand new car. It's beautiful. It has a nice body. It looks good. It feels good. It probably rides really good. But how many of you know if you don't service that engine or if you don't fill the tank that you're not going anywhere? No matter how good it looks, no matter how good it feels, you're not going to go anywhere. It's not going to move. Okay? The engine, your mind. I'm going somewhere with this. So we should always be aware of routine maintenance for our engines and fill our minds with information that will help us get to where we want to go. Okay? So now I'm going to talk about some of the challenges that Black women face. Just alone, African American women obtaining a school education is a challenge in itself. Period. That's a challenge in itself. Most Black women aren't even receiving high school diplomas right now. And the truth be told, a high school diploma isn't worth anything. You need it to get a bachelor's degree, but just to have a high school diploma right now isn't going to get you very far. Okay? So you needed to get you needed to get a bachelor's degree in college. But nowadays, a bachelor's degree isn't really even worth anything because they're pushing the bar higher. They want you to have a master's degree. Okay? Well, you get a master's degree and they keep elevating and going higher. They want you to have a doctorate degree or a PhD. Okay? So education and time is always evolving. So you have to be able to keep up. Somebody say keep up.
Keep up.
Keep up with education, keep up with time. Now, degrees in science, math, computer science, engineering, or business needs to be pursued more by black women because those majors in colleges are sometimes overlooked. Most women go for sociology, humanities, or just
Communication.
Nursing.
yes, nursing, which is still a very good field to be in, but these are the fields that most black women are negating. They're not pursuing those. So, well, some may say, well, school isn't for me. You know, I don't even have money to go to college. Well, number one, they're giving away money for college. They give away money. Some people get full scholarships, God bless them. Some have to get grants. Some have to get loans. But they are giving away money for college. I know me personally, straight out of high school, I was 18 years old, graduated from Garfield High School. And I said, well, I know I'm going to college. And what I did, I applied to one university, Ohio State University. I took the ACT test. I didn't score too high, but I took it and I passed. And I applied to the Ohio State University, sent in my $30 application fee, and I was accepted. My mom didn't know what was going on. She left and moved to Georgia. I was living with a relative. I got my acceptance letter. My aunt drove me down there. My first major was criminal justice. I changed my major 4 times, but 4.5 years later, I graduated with a bachelor's degree from the University of Akron because I transferred. So I didn't have any money. 18 years old, high school diploma, no money. I applied for college and I got in. Okay? So the excuse of not having any money to further your education can just go out the window. Not unless you just don't want to go. Well, you say, well, school isn't for me. I want to be a model. I want to be an actress. I want to be an Akron, Ohio housewife. I want to be an Atlanta housewife. I'm going to meet a man and he's going to take care of me and I ain't got to do nothing. But how many of you know that that's not true? Because to be a housewife, you got to know how to cook. You got to have some level of education to be able to know how to work in the kitchen. So you have to have some type of level of education no matter what you do. And I don't know no man that's going to marry a dud that can't do anything. Not a real man, anyway. Okay? So not to be the bearer of bad news, but statistics show that only 1 in 200,000 people become famous. Only 1 in 200,000. So the odds are against you, and I'm not here to discourage anyone who has dreams of becoming an Akron, Ohio housewife. I'm not here to discourage anybody from becoming a basketball player professionally or an actress or anything being famous. If you have a dream, pursue it. Pursue it tough like there is no tomorrow. If you have a strong desire or outstanding gift or talent, which everyone in this room has at least one talent, put it to use. Go for it. If it's in you and you want to pursue it, never give up. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't. Because you can go as far as you want to go. But just remember, while you're still pursuing that, you still have to eat. You still have to take care and adhere to everyday life. You still have to be able to function. You can't say, well, I'm going to be famous and not have a dime in your pocket, but somehow make it to California and expect for somebody to take care of you. Those types of things are rare. We have to be realistic at the same time too, but still have, the drive and the ambition to do and want more. I know in my Bible says that for us to trust in the Lord and lean not to our own understanding, but acknowledge Him and He'll direct our paths. So even though we have a plan, He orders our footsteps. So if you do that, then you'll be fine. So in closing, I want everybody to know that everything was put in place for a purpose. Education was fought for by our ancestors for a purpose. Because education and knowledge is power. Okay? So fill up your tank, fill up your mind with as much information as possible. Because the more knowledge you have, the further you can go. And then when you feel yourself tapping out, what you do, you pull into the gas station and you fill up some more because you need to go, you're going somewhere. So you have to be able to keep up. And once everything is all said and done, you look good, you feel good, and you're educated, and you're going somewhere, you're beautiful. You are yourself to the fullest. You're being yourself to the fullest. So that's all I have for you ladies, and I hope you enjoy it. Does anybody have any questions as far as, college or university questions or just education?
Can you repeat those majors you said?
They were science, computer science, and business. Those are the majors that a lot of African American women overlook. And engineering as well. Yes.
So if I wanted to go to college, how early do I need to start applying and looking?
You need to start applying. You can't apply
If I was in high school.
If you were in high school.
Yeah.
I would say your junior year. By your junior year, you should have an idea of where you want to go and have somewhat of an idea of what you want to major in. And I had mentioned before I had changed my major 4 times. That's because I really didn't know myself, because at that age you're still trying to figure out who you are and what you like. But if you look deep within yourself and just look at what you do on an everyday basis, 9 times out of 10, or where your mind goes, the things that you do, 9 times out of 10, that's what your purpose is. That's what is going to motivate you. Like China, for example, she loves to speak, she loves to talk, she loves young women. She likes to motivate. Look at where she is. She's doing what's naturally in her. Tanisha, she does hair. She's been doing hair since she was yeah. So, and she loves it. You want to do something that's going to, even if you weren't getting paid for it, that's something that you would still want to do. 9 times out of 10, that's your purpose. Because if you could work and do something that you love, no amount of money can bring you that satisfaction. Just serving people, that's what you want to do. If that brings you joy, then you're supposed to serve. So, any more questions?